Communication. It's more than just words exchanged between people. It's the bridge between two minds, a connection that transcends mere language. It's how we share ideas, dreams, and fears. Through communication, we express our deepest thoughts and emotions. It's the foundation of any relationship, romantic or otherwise. Without it, misunderstandings and conflicts arise. Mastering communication, especially with women, can feel like navigating a labyrinth. Each turn and twist represents a new challenge or opportunity. But fear not, intrepid reader. This guide illuminates the path towards meaningful connections. With the right tools and mindset, you can navigate this maze with confidence. Think of communication as an elegant dance. It's a delicate balance of give and take, of leading and following. It requires both partners to move in harmony, to listen to the music, and to respond to each other's cues. Just like in dance, timing and rhythm are crucial. A high-value man understands this dance. He knows when to lead and when to follow, always maintaining a sense of balance. He leads with grace, listens with intent, and communicates with clarity and respect. His words are thoughtful, and his actions are considerate. This isn't about tricks or manipulation, it's about genuine connection. Authenticity is key in building trust and rapport. It's about building bridges of understanding and empathy. When we truly listen, we open ourselves to the experiences and perspectives of others. It's about seeing and being seen, hearing and being heard. In these moments, we find true connection and understanding. Ready yourself, dear reader, for the journey ahead. Equip yourself with the knowledge and skills to communicate effectively, and you'll find that the path to meaningful relationships is clearer than ever before. A high-value man doesn't need to shout from the rooftops. His confidence emanates from within. He is comfortable in his own skin. This self-assurance is magnetic. It's not about arrogance, but a quiet understanding of his own worth. He knows his strengths and weaknesses. He's confident in his abilities, but he also embraces his flaws. This authenticity is what makes him relatable and approachable. He doesn't need to pretend to be someone he's not. This inner confidence translates into his interactions with women. He doesn't need to boast or brag. He doesn't need to put others down to make himself feel better. He is secure in himself, and that security is palpable. In the symphony of communication, listening is the conductor. It orchestrates understanding and builds bridges of empathy. A high-value man understands this. He knows that listening isn't just about waiting for his turn to speak. Active listening involves genuine curiosity. It's about paying attention to not just the words being spoken, but also the emotions behind them. What is she really trying to say? What is her body language conveying? When you truly listen, you show respect. You demonstrate that you value her thoughts and feelings. This creates a safe space for her to open up, to be vulnerable, to connect on a deeper level. Remember, the greatest gift you can give someone is your undivided attention. Confidence isn't about peacocking or dominating the conversation. True confidence whispers, it doesn't shout. A high-value man understands this. He doesn't need to prove himself. His actions speak louder than words. He's comfortable with silence. He doesn't feel the need to fill every gap in the conversation. He's confident in his presence. He knows that simply being present is enough. This quiet confidence is incredibly attractive. It conveys strength and self-assurance without being overbearing. It shows that he's comfortable in his own skin and doesn't need external validation. Section 5, the courage of authenticity. Be yourself. In a world obsessed with facades, authenticity is a breath of fresh air. It's a rare quality that stands out in a sea of pretense and superficiality. A high-value man isn't afraid to be vulnerable. He understands that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but a mark of strength and courage. He embraces his true self, quirks and all. He knows that these unique traits are what make him special and set him apart from the crowd. He knows that trying to be someone he's not is a recipe for disaster. Pretending to be someone else only leads to frustration and a lack of fulfillment. He shares his passions, his dreams, his fears. By doing so, he invites others to see the real him, fostering deeper and more meaningful connections. He doesn't shy away from vulnerability. Instead, he sees it as an opportunity to grow and connect on a deeper level with those around him. He understands that true connection comes from a place of authenticity. When he is genuine, he encourages others to be genuine too. He's not afraid to show his true colors, even if they're a little rough around the edges. He knows that perfection is an illusion and that his imperfections make him human. This authenticity is incredibly refreshing. It brings a sense of relief and comfort to those around him, allowing them to relax and be themselves. It allows others to let down their guard and be themselves as well. When people see someone being real, it gives them permission to do the same. It creates a space for genuine connection, built on trust and understanding. Authenticity fosters an environment where true relationships can flourish, free from the constraints of pretense and fear. Section 6. Respect, the cornerstone of connection. Respect is the bedrock upon which all healthy relationships are built. A high-value man understands that respect isn't just about what he says, but how he says it. It's about valuing her opinions, even if they differ from his own. He listens attentively when she speaks. He doesn't interrupt or talk over her. He values her time and doesn't keep her waiting. He respects her boundaries and doesn't pressure her into anything she's not comfortable with. This respect shines through in every interaction. It creates a safe and comfortable space for her to be herself. It shows that he sees her, values her, and respects her as an individual. Section 7. Words matter. Choose them wisely. Words are powerful tools. They can build bridges or burn them down. A high-value man understands this. He chooses his words carefully, knowing they have the power to uplift or to wound. He avoids negativity and complaining. He focuses on the positive, on solutions rather than problems. He uses humor thoughtfully, never at someone else's expense. He understands that a well-timed joke can lighten the mood and create a playful connection. He's mindful of his tone. He speaks with kindness and respect, even when disagreeing. He avoids sarcasm or condescending language. He chooses words that build bridges, not walls. Section 8. Setting boundaries. Strength in respect. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. A high-value man understands that he teaches others how to treat him by what he tolerates. He has clear boundaries and isn't afraid to communicate them. He knows his worth and doesn't settle for being treated poorly. He doesn't engage in games or manipulation. He's direct and honest about his needs and expectations. This doesn't mean being aggressive or demanding. He sets boundaries with kindness and respect. He understands that setting boundaries isn't about controlling others, but about protecting his own well-being and creating healthy relationships. Section 9. Leaving a lasting impression, confidence and kindness. A high-value man doesn't need to try too hard to impress. His presence alone speaks volumes. He knows that true confidence speaks for itself. It's not about boasting or showing off, but about being assured in who he is and what he stands for. He focuses on being present, engaged, and genuinely interested in the people around him. This means making eye contact, asking thoughtful questions, and truly listening to the responses. He's confident in his own skin and doesn't feel the need to put on a show. His authenticity shines through, making others feel at ease in his presence. He's comfortable with silence and doesn't feel the need to fill every gap in the conversation. This ability to be at peace with quiet moments shows a deep level of self-assurance. He's a good listener and genuinely interested in what others have to say. This makes people feel valued and understood, creating a strong connection. He leaves a lasting impression not by trying to be someone he's not, but by being his best self. His authenticity and genuine nature are what people remember. He's kind, respectful, and genuine. These qualities are evident in his actions, whether he's helping someone with a small task or simply being polite in a social setting. He leaves people feeling good about themselves and the interaction they shared. His kindness and respect create a positive atmosphere, making every encounter memorable. In the end, it's his combination of confidence and kindness that truly sets him apart. He knows that being genuine and kind-hearted is the key to leaving a lasting positive impression on everyone he meets. And Section 10. Emotional intelligence, the heart of connection. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand and manage one's own emotions and the emotions of others. It's a key ingredient in successful relationships. A high-value man cultivates emotional intelligence. He's aware of his own emotions and how they impact his behavior. He can regulate his emotions and avoid reacting impulsively. He's empathetic and can understand the emotions of others, even if he doesn't share them. This emotional intelligence allows him to navigate complex social situations with grace and understanding. He can diffuse tense situations and build bridges of connection. He creates a safe and comfortable space for others to be themselves. Section 11. Patience and flow. Embrace the natural rhythm. Building meaningful connections takes time. A high-value man understands this. He's patient and doesn't try to force anything. He allows relationships to unfold naturally. He doesn't rush the process of getting to know someone. He enjoys the journey and appreciates the unique rhythm of each connection. He trusts that if it's meant to be, it will be. This patience and trust allow him to relax and enjoy the process of getting to know someone. He doesn't feel the need to control the outcome. He embraces the natural flow of the conversation and allows the connection to develop organically.